She stood before the queen and did not kneel. Everyone thought she was just a pirate, but Grace had a destiny that would alter the course of history. No one expected her to lead an army, yet she did. She challenged the most powerful empire in the world and survived every threat, every trap, every betrayal. A fearless pirate queen who refused to kneel and whose legend would echo through the ages. Grace was born on Ireland's harsh and windswept west coast, where the cliffs met the restless sea and storms raged without warning. Her family's life was inseparable from the ocean. Her father and brothers were both traders and pirates, constantly navigating the thin line between survival, commerce, and war. Young Grace spent her days watching the waves crash and swell, learning the rhythm of the tides, the language of the winds, and the patterns of storms that could either save or destroy a ship. Her father began to teach her the fundamentals of seamanship, ship management, and leadership, instilling lessons not just in skill, but in courage, foresight, and responsibility. Even as a child, Grace was drawn to the deck. She began taking small roles aboard the ships, learning to read the sea like a living map. Every storm was a test. The spray of waves, the pull of the wind, the creaking of timbers, all pushing her to understand the delicate balance between fear and control. A misstep at the helm could throw the vessel into chaos. A misread tide could imperil the crew. Each challenge taught her patience, resilience, and sharpness of mind. By her early teens, Grace already carried the wisdom of someone much older, and a presence that made sailors around her take notice. At 13, she formally joined her father's fleet, assuming responsibilities far beyond her years. During stormy nights, she would steer the ship with hands steady against the thrashing wind, organize the crew with authority, and prepare for enemy attacks with vigilance and cunning. Every voyage honed her instincts, sharpened her strategic thinking, and built a quiet confidence that inspired trust even in the most skeptical sailors. Grace did not merely manage the vessel. She observed enemy fleets, predicted their intentions, and calculated her responses with the precision of a seasoned commander. Early skirmishes revealed that courage alone was insufficient. Intellect, timing, and audacity were equally crucial. Her success in these small naval engagements hinted at the potential that would later reshape the seas. By her 20s, Grace had assumed command of her own fleet, an independent leader capable of making daring strategic decisions. She orchestrated operations that trapped enemy ships in narrow channels, manipulated storms to her advantage, and executed night maneuvers that left her foes bewildered. Her name became synonymous with fearlessness and brilliance on the water. The crew's admiration grew with every victory, and whispers of her prowess spread across ports and coastal towns. Grace's victories were never just about treasure. Each success fortified her reputation, provided tactical supremacy, and cemented her standing as the invincible woman of the seas. Queen Elizabeth of England took notice, unsettled by the growing influence of this formidable pirate. Demands for surrender were met with resolute defiance. Grace's diplomatic engagements with the Queen showcased her intelligence beyond the battlefield. She maneuvered through political intrigues with the same acumen she used in naval strategy across palaces, ports, and council chambers. Grace continued to assert her presence and her authority, The English soon realized she was not merely audacious, but also strategic, calculating, and diplomatically adept. Her dual mastery of military and political spheres allowed her to protect her people while undermining adversaries. She had become a figure who commanded respect and inspired caution in all who opposed her. Grace's victories became legendary. Speed, cleverness, and fearlessness were her weapons. Even when faced with traps set by the English fleet, she outwitted them with maneuvers that leveraged narrow channels, treacherous tides, and sudden squalls. Her operations combined stealth, intelligence, and audacity, secret night movements, lightning-fast strikes, explosive cannon fire, and chaotic ship clashes that tested the limits of courage. Every calculated action demonstrated not just her tactical genius, but her ability to inspire loyalty and awe in those who followed her. Her victories influenced not only her enemies, but also neighboring sailors who marveled at her daring and ingenuity. Despite her fearsome reputation, Grace remained devoted to her family. Her time with her children and loved ones was structured and meaningful, revealing the warmth behind the stern and commanding exterior. These moments offered a glimpse of her humanity, a woman who balanced love, responsibility, and leadership in a world dominated by men and risk. As years passed and Grace aged, she watched over her fleet from the harbor, reflecting on her triumphs, her losses, and the lessons hard won on the open seas. For her, the ocean was more than a battlefield. It was a mirror of life, freedom, and the enduring spirit of courage. Grace passed quietly from the world, yet her legend endured. She became a timeless symbol of bravery, freedom, and unyielding determination for women everywhere. Her story transcended the title of pirate. It was a testament to challenging empires, gender norms, and societal limits. The silhouette of the older Grace, gazing over her ships, proud yet tinged with melancholy, left a legacy that inspired generations. Countless forgotten heroines of history found motivation in her courage. Her tale remained not just a legend of piracy, but a saga of liberty and heroism, etched in history with golden letters. Her legacy reverberates across time, a reminder that courage, intelligence, and determination can defy any expectation. Grace's name, a symbol of unyielding spirit, continues to inspire those who seek freedom and dare to challenge the impossible. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more stories like this.